New mini box review. I'm going to give you quick overviews plus deep dives plus deck lists plus gameplay of all of the new cards that are coming. Harpies, Dracosac, FA, Lightning Vortex, Ninjas, new Exceeds. Let's go.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Starting with FA, which stands for Formula Athlete. So the very quick overview on top of this poll where the chat is excited for this deck type. We have FA Hang on Mac, which basically says your opponent's cards get banished and it's 2100 plus attack. Or you have Crosser, which says your opponent cannot activate discard or send cost effects. So that's like Karma Cut or Cards of Consonance. And to make them become those floodgates, you're going to use level Aug or have the field spell. We also have a Synchro that cannot be destroyed, not by battle, not by card effect. The deck also has a level 1 tuner that searches anything, self-special summons itself. We are also abusing Ancient Fairy Dragon and Storm to destroy our own field spell to search for anything. This deck can make level 7, 8, 9, and 10 synchros. So if any of that interests you, get ready for the deep dive. As we said in the quick review, you're going to play level augmentation. In Duel Links, we could cheat the level mechanic, as the FA general concept is they gain attack and a special effect based off of their level. And then they could all gain levels through their own effects, but we could just cheat it out with level augmentation, which is not a temporary boost. It's going to boost the monster forever. Here's some quick community deck list samples. You could look at them, grab some inspiration from them. I'll be showing you my own concept deck list. The expectation with this deck is that we're going to use 4 to 5 different FA spell and traps, 3 different FA monsters, 1 FA extra deck. Now let's hop into the deep dive. Even before the deep dive for the second or third time, I'm just going to show you my concept deck, and if you want to stick around for the deep dive, go ahead. So to not get this lost in all of the deep dive in, here's a nice little concept deck list. I'm not saying this is optimal. This is just to learn the deck. And this is what we ended on against a Blue Eyes White Dragon duel. You will see the replay right now. So if we whip out the Crosser, very good. And we want to, with the Grand Prix, this will boost all monsters in the field by level 2 during the main phase only. So we will gain the level, so plus 3 levels. We're going to special summon the tuner by reducing the level, so down to 4. Now this is level 3. This will activate to search for another field spell. We're going to grab the other one. And then we're going to make an Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon, pop the field spell to search for a field spell. Correct. Plus 1,000. Have I cheated yet? And we are also going to activate the field spell to search for the Whip Crosser. We can activate the Ancient Fairy to summon the Whip Crosser. Then we can activate the Grand Prix to boost up the Whip Crosser to 2100 attack. And it's level 7. So we're boosted by 3 levels. Okay, so now it's the Blue Eyes player's turn. Can't card a Consonance. Consonance, dead. Dead card. Can't use it because of Whip Crosser. Whip Crosser says if level 7 or higher, your opponent cannot discard or send cards from their hand to the graveyard. Okay, so if I summon the White Stone and I activate the Sage to send it to the graveyard, illegal play. Illegal play. I can't do that. So I'll tell you what Blue Eyes wants to do. Blue Eyes wants the Consonance, discard, search a Blue Eyes, reveal the Blue Eyes, summon the alternative White Dragon, activate the Karma Cut, or use Sage on the White Stone, search for Blue Eyes, summon the alternative, but you can't. You can't. Now let's deep dive into how the FAs work. The Hang-On Mech is going to be unsummoned, 1200 attack, which is going to be 300 times its level. So if you increase the level per level, gain 300 attack. If you level Aug it by revealing a level 4, it becomes level 8. So if it's at least level 7, any card that your opponent has sent to the graveyard is going to be banished instead. What does this counter? Well, before we get into what this counters, you should also know that the card is unaffected by monster effects that are lower level or rank than this card. So if you're at level 8, anything level 7 or rank 7 or below will not be able to affect this card while all of their cards are being banished. That's insane. So when you cheat with level augmentation to boost it up to level 8, maybe even make it level 9 so that would be the special number to be unaffected by the alternative White Dragon and Heliopolis and anything below, that'd be amazing as we state here. So again, what does the banished card effect counter? These cards get banished, these cards get countered. This wants to be in the graveyard, Blue Eyes wants to be in the graveyard, the Dark Lord cards want to be in the graveyard, the Atlantean activates in the graveyard, Rampage Dragon tries to send cards to the graveyard, Overflow likes having cards in the graveyard, the Fire Kings love being in the graveyard. What does it completely negate counter though? Cards that cannot be activated, that's right. These cards, as a cost, must send itself or another card to the graveyard as a cost. If you can't fulfill the cost, then you can't activate to get the effect. So you simply cannot activate Sphere Kribo. You can't activate Brionic. You can't use Sanctified Dark Lord to send to the graveyard part of the cost. You can't invoke or discard, you can't card Trooper Mill, you can't discard DD Crow to banish. Now we have the Whip Crosser, similar to the Mac. It is 1200 attack, 300 times its level, so it's level 4 initially. If you aug it up to level 8, it becomes 2400, just like the other monster. Now if this card is level 7, your opponent cannot discard/send from the hand to activate an effect. So popular negate counter, cards that cannot be activated because they discard from the hand. Well, all of these, that's a lot of cards. Wow, that's a big deal. Due to draw, this is insane. You could play against Blue Eyes with Karma Cut, Melody, Cards of Consonance, Sage Effect to send a monster itself and the monster, so that's just not going to even be able to be activated. They can't even stop you with a Sphere Kribo. This is quite restrictive. The reason why you may want to play FA Turbocharger is because of cards like Battling Boxer, Veil, Sphere Kribo, Kiteroid. If you very much dislike playing against Lunalights or Fire Kings, this is going to be the card to stop them. So even if you play just one to special summon it or tribute summon for it to get it out, make it level 7 to then stop the Veil Sphere and Kiteroid, it could be worth it. Also, it protects your other monsters. They cannot be attacked, they cannot be targeted by other monster effects as long as you are higher level than your opponent's monsters. Super Team Buddy Force Unite might be a good way to summon it. Then we have FA Auto Navigator. It's a level 1 tuner. If it is summoned in any way, normal or special summoned, you could search for an FA field spell. Now to special summon it from the hand or the graveyard, it's crazy that you could summon it from the graveyard. All you have to do is reduce an FA's level on the field as long as their level is higher than their original level. And then there you go, it's special summon, searching for a field spell. Let's talk about the best field spell in the deck. The Off-Road Grand Prix. This will boost up the levels of your FAs in the field during the main phase by 2. And every time you activate an FA spell or trap, your FA monsters will, just through their own effect, gain a level. So if you activate this, you're going to plus 3 levels onto your FA monster. If you get a monster destroyed by battle, if your monster is destroyed by battle, you could discard a card from your opponent's hand. If it's destroyed itself, you could add any FA card from the deck, just not itself. So storm it, double cyclone it, use the Ancient Fairy Dragon to pop it, and then you get to search. Now we have the other field spell, Circuit Grand Prix. Similar to the off-road, it's only going to give you plus 2 levels during the battle phase, not the main phase, but it will still give you the initial plus 1 level. If you destroy an opponent's monster by battle, you get to draw 1. And just like the Off-Road Grand Prix, this one, if destroyed, will search for any FA card. Again, Ancient Fairy, Double Cyclone, Storm. And then we have the Synchro. It's going to initially be 2700 attack, but we don't care for it at that moment. We want it to be level 11. So if it's just +2 levels after being summoned, it cannot be destroyed. Not by battle, not by card effect. If you can make it level 13, it could special summon an FA from the graveyard during your main phase. What's an easy way to summon it? Well, all you need is the Auto Navigator tuner plus any level 4, and with the skill level AUG, you could summon it. Or you could have the level 1 tuner plus a level 4 in any FA field spell, then you'll be able to summon it. So all we need is the level 4, I'm being told. So you summon the Mac, you activate level AUG, boost the level to 5, then you summon this, dropping it down to 4, then you grab a Grand Prix activate, boost the level to 3, 1, 2, 3, boost the level to 6, and that works. Summon, play, boost, reduce, search for the Grand Prix. Do I have the right one? Wrong one? Got the Grand Prix. We're gonna have to. They're both Grand Prix. What the heck? This is gonna be annoying. Then play this. This becomes level 3. This becomes level 6. So any field spell. Very good. What decks is an indestructible transport going to be good against if you can make it level 11? Well, I would say it's safe against Blue Eyes, Water Exceed, Fire King, Cyber Dragon. It's not safe to rush out this play against a Thunder Dragon or Seraph Lord deck because they can make M7 or Ouroboros, which will deal with it without destroying it. It will just return it back to the extra deck. FA Pit Stop. It's a quick effect. You draw 1 by reducing the level of an FA by 2. Now, if you have a pit stop in the graveyard, you draw 2. If you have 2 pit stops in the graveyard, you draw 3. But the first pit stop, you're just going to draw 1. If it's in the graveyard, but not the turn it was sent there during your main phase, you could special summon an FA from your grave. You have another quick play. Quickly boost up the level of an FA monster by +2 levels. So this is a great way to secretly boost your monster. If the level 4s gain 300 per level, this is a quick play boost by 900. Because it will gain an additional level from its own effect. So plus 900, it may also give the effect to the monster, the Floodgate monster, like making it so your opponent gets banished if they send a card to the graveyard or preventing the discard of cards. So this is a good little quick play effect. It's just until the end of the turn though. FA Overheat. If your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you could special summon an FA from the hand and give it +3 levels. This could be a good way to summon the bigger FA. Now, it's got a quick effect in the graveyard. Play a field spell from your hand or graveyard. With this deck, you're frequently going to have your field spell in the graveyard. So mid to late duel, this could be really good to replay your field spell. My overall thoughts are summed up by this image. Being able to stop a Cards of Consonance, a Sage, a Karma Cut from a Blue Eyes player, that is a big, big deal. So if you can get one of your Floodgate monsters out that's either going to force them to banish or not even be able to activate their cards, and then you could protect it, then you have a really good deck. Otherwise, the deck's not really going to be big one-turn kills, big plays. It's going to be all about setting up your Floodgates. So it may be concerning for any deck that don't heavily get affected by you preventing them from discarding or sending their cards to the banish pile. Otherwise, I'm very much excited for the deck. Is it going to be top tier? I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's going to make a lot of Blue Eyes players annoyed, and it might be good enough, if relevant enough, if played enough, to drop Blue Eyes a couple tiers. Let's talk about ninjas. Finally, ninja support. It's been so long since winning with ninjas, getting first place global with it. This was the first place global deck list. Now, I can build ninjas exactly like this today. The deck hasn't been nerfed, but 3-star demotion was nerfed. What this skill allowed me to do was normal summon my Black Dragon Ninja or my Red Dragon Ninja without tributing. That was a big deal. Otherwise, the best way to play ninjas is going to look something like this. Reinforcements to search your deck for the Hanzo, drop your life points so you could activate it. But we want to know, will the new support support a deck like this or give us a new way to play ninjas? Let's investigate. What are the new ninjas? We have an ultra rare Blade Armor Ninja, we have a super rare Crimson Shadow Ninja, and we have a rare Trap. Spoiler alert, the Trap sucks, but the Exceeds don't. Let's look into it. Blade Armor Ninja, 2 level 4 warriors, attacks twice at 2200 attack. Used a lot in the TCG. Now, this isn't really a ninja-only card. You're going to use it in any deck with warriors. So what are popular level 4 warriors? Well, using the website, sorted by popularity. Battling Boxer Veil, that's a big one. You drop that bad boy on your opponent's turn, then normal summon another Veil or another warrior, then you have your Blade Armor Ninja. These are other popular cards. Onomat may use it, Teller Knights, Noble Knights, Heroes, Photon, Amazons, there's Hanzo, 6 Samurai could use it. Now let's move on to the next card. Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. Rank 5. Any 2 level 5s can make this. It has a quick effect to detach and make it so all face-up ninjas, most importantly itself, cannot be destroyed. Not by battle, not by card effects. That seems like a really powerful effect. The big downside is it's 2400 and it's a rank 5, so it could be difficult to make. So it doesn't really do much beyond protecting yourself. It's nearly the ultimate protection, being able to quick play protect yourself from being destroyed. As I said with the Trap, trash, prove me otherwise, please do. So do the ninja support cards, the Exceed, do they help with the way to play ninjas? Or will they just be used in non-ninja decks? Well, the field spell gives synergy to the Blade Armor Ninja and the Crimson Ninja by protecting them from being destroyed. Also on the summon, or the Exceed I should say, that will trigger the field spell to add a ninja card in the graveyard back to the hand. Maybe that could be decent. Otherwise, the Crimson Ninja will protect your other ninjas from being destroyed by battle or card effect. That could be pretty cool. The Blade Armor Ninja doesn't make itself attack double. It chooses a ninja. You're just mostly going to choose yourself. You could choose another ninja to double attack. Overall, I don't think ninjas will really benefit from these new cards. Not that these are bad cards. They're good cards, just not specifically for ninjas. Also, because it was brought up in the chat, this is another way that you could play ninjas with level augmentation, so you could pull off super spicy ninja trap plays. Lightning Vortex review. People are going nuts over this card as if it's the second coming of Book of Moon, as if we didn't go crazy enough over Mystical Space Typhoon. Is it as good? Is it better? The chat says it is that good. Now, what does it do? Discard a card. Destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Now, the obvious thing is it could be an upside or a downside of discard. Also, you're not going to be able to use it during your opponent's turn, and we all know how quick Duel Links is. The first turn where someone can attack, you have a high chance of losing if you don't have protection. So this could have been a trap to protect you from a one-turn kill. So what is really good about this is it's non-targeting destruction. The most popular current play will be countered. What's the most popular current play that you're seeing on the ladder? Turn 1, Blue Eyes White Dragon, making a Spirit Dragon. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon is so good, it negates your graveyard, it could jump off the field as soon as something bad is about to happen to it. Usually they summon a Blue Eyes or 2 in the end phase because their Ancients was sent to the grave from drawing with the card of Consonance. Well, Lightning Vortex, wipe out the entire field. But you just said Spirit Dragon can jump off when something bad's about to happen. That's where non-targeting destruction comes into play. If you target it with something bad, it could jump off and summon an Azure Eyes. If you do non-targeting destruction, then jumping off the field is not going to save it. Let's talk about that. Blue Eye Spirit versus Lightning Vortex. What happens? If you chain the Spirit Dragon, you will still lose your whole field, including the newly summoned Azure Eye Silver Dragon. So they're going to have to play differently. They're not going to be able to sit on the Spirit Dragon. If people start playing the Lightning Vortex, to counter it, you're going to have to preemptively summon the Azure Eyes, which people aren't doing right now. But if they start doing it, then less people play Lightning Vortex. And then if less people play Lightning Vortex, they stop preemptively summoning Azure Eyes. Then more people play Lightning Vortex. Then more people stop doing the Azure Eyes. It's just going to chase itself. It's a circle. No longer safe to just sit on this. We'll see how popular Lightning Vortex becomes. So in addition to that, let's talk about Lightning Vortex is good against Photon Strike Bouncer, Abyss Dweller, Steel Swarm Roach. We already talked about the Spirit Dragon. Saber Dancer can't be targeted. Destroy it without targeting. Perfect. Now, what is it good with? You want to use this with Blue Eyes and against Blue Eyes because you want to discard Ancients? Great. Desperado, Machina Fortress, they love being discarded. Discard them to wipe out their field. Perfect. Grand Harrier says Harpies could benefit. You could discard Harpist or Hysteric Sign to get the pluses off of that. Thank you very much. And as we said, it's good against and with Blue Eyes. Kind of a theme with this box. This box is kind of anti-Blue Eyes with the Lightning Vortex and the FA cards. Blue Eyes might be in a rough spot after this box comes out. Now, Lightning Vortex in general can encourage a hand trap strategy where you trick your opponent to overextend. They see an open field, they're going to summon a bunch of monsters, they're going to rush for that sweet, sweet victory. They may even be afraid of you surrendering, so they just want to dump the field and go in. Well, you're going to stop their damage with a Kiteroid, their lethal damage, and then you're going to follow up wiping their entire overextended fields with the Vortex Lightning, or I should say the Lightning Vortex. Now, to play around cards like Kiteroid and Sphere Kribo, they do have to overextend. So it's just a really overall great strategy to force the overextension, then wipe them up. Lightning Vortex is very similar to a card we already have, Special Hurricane. This is seeing use in competitive events. In the side deck, though, people are not main decking it. Who are they side decking it against? They're side decking it against Saber Dancer, if that's being used in against a Lunalight deck, in a competitive tournament, I should say, if Lunalights is being used. Otherwise, it is being sided against Blue Eyes. We saw this in a tournament before Lightning Vortex was even announced. Wiped the entire field. That is a huge, huge play. It was completely unexpected. He lost his Spirit Dragon. It's crazy. Lightning Vortex will replace this. I believe it is better. This destroys only special summoned, and it destroys your own. So it's not really worthy of main decking like the Lightning Vortex is.